maybe can help in this regard. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about this, right?
Hey.
Like people, nice little segue in here. Now, there's a corner that got released today, and for a lot of us that are maybe shaky on the secondary, this might ease your or quell your concerns, right? Where it's Jaire Alexander, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up right here. Boom. But Jaire Alexander is someone that just got released today after 7 seasons with the Packers, as you see.
Right.
Now, I kind of want to hear from the chat, but I do want to hear from you, Turf, first, man. I mean, where are you at? I mean, he is released, so it will be cheap.
Right.
So, how you feeling?
I'd be more than happy with getting him in the building. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm 100% okay with him coming in. It's one of our weakest positions in the building right now. We can't really 100% rely on everybody, right? So, I mean, we really don't have a number one cornerback. And technically, if you don't have a number one, you don't have a number two. So, how do we resolve this? And do we have enough firepower in the building to pass up on a guy like this, even though we know he doesn't pass the rundown test? And the rundown test I'm referring to, for the people in the back of the room that don't know, is having the availability on the field. Best ability is availability. If you can't make it through a season, which this kid probably hasn't since he's gotten there, it's a concern. It's a concern. So.
After me, here go Pigs in the building, man. Appreciate you. He said, after media day, I am calling it 10+ wins. Bowers is going to take on the leadership role. See, look, man, look after media day. we just seen him in the gear, and we done got all excited again.
See?
In the gear, we done got excited. Okay, so I'm gonna get my take on this. Let me hear some people in the chat. They were saying that the audio had a small lag. Let us know if the lag is still there, if so, or let us know if something going on so we can get it fixed. Yeah, they were saying that a minute ago, but I don't know if it's still going. So let us know. Let me know.
Yeah, it sounds good on this side. At least I haven't heard anything.
Billy Davis in the building.
Billy G is in the building.
What's going on? Coach DC, man, in the building. What's going on? What's happening?
Coach DC.
Dre for show is in the building. What's going on, man?
Hey, he said bring him.
Bring him. Okay. What up, Joshua Young? What's the deal? Appreciate you for being here.
Joshua Young.
Billy Davis says, I wouldn't mind to get him. Okay.
Yep.
Stephen Hinton says, no injury prone.
Yeah.
The show says, low ceiling, high floor. Cheap
right.
deal, hopefully, too. Coach DC says, hell no. He been hurt last 2 seasons, missed 20 games last 2 years. So, all right, man. I'm going to get my take on this, bro. I'm completely off. I'm off. I don't want to deal with this, man.
Hey.
Reason being, I'm not saying he's not a good corner, bro, but we gotta be honest. And I said this on Twitter, and this completely went over people's heads. I said, if he ain't playing slot, then I don't know about bringing him over here, right?
Right.
And people are like, well, he's only played slot 10% of the time. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, that's the point. If his ass can't play slot, then why are we bringing a 5'10" injury-prone corner here?
It's a valid point.
Be honest, bro.
Valid point. We
cannot. If he comes here, more than likely that body type and archetype for Pete, he uses in the slot, right? And then now you're telling me he's only played 10% of his snaps in the slot? Well, no, it don't work because we have outside corners already. Why are we adding? We honestly, keep it a bean. We don't need competition on the outside corners. We don't really. I mean, we got DeCamerion Richardson. We have Eric Stokes. We have Darian Porter. If Jakorian ain't gonna play slot, he's over there, right? So now you add him in there. So that's already dudes over there. That's pretty much you understand who might play, who's in the mix, or whatever the case.
Right.
For slot, there's nothing. We got a damn safety rotating that slot.
It's not pretty right now.
So if he ain't gonna come over here and play no slot corner, man, I can't do it. And last but not least, I be damned. I say what I say about Nate Hobbs. I be damned. I say what I say about Jakorian Bennett. And I'm like, oh yeah, bro, bring Jaire Alexander. You say what you say what you want about rundown, but rundown fair.
I agree.
I'm not gonna do that, bro. We just got rid of Nate Hobbs because he was injury prone, and now I'm gonna bring him in. Now I understand we paying him in Sour Patch Kids. I get that, but either way, bro, like we're paying him. Yeah, you could pay him in that little amount of money, but then what if he's not on the field? And at that point, it's a waste.
Big time.
I vote for what we said at the beginning, and all of you know it. Just go get Jalen Ramsey.
Hey, you ain't gonna get Hey, Coach DC. I think he's already said that. Somebody else, yep.
Go get Jalen Ramsey, man. That's the solution.
Ramsey.
It's the solution.
It is the solution.
Because at least if he can't play corner, bro, he's gonna play safety. Something, right? Like
he's gonna play something effectively.
100%. He's still a top 10 corner, and he's going to stay on the field more than Jaire Alexander will. That's a fact. That's 100% fact.
Right. Hey, I do agree with Dark Phoenix too, though. We do kind of need all the help we can get. So if we do pick up a kid like this, that kind of tells us what we need to know about our secondary room. It is still on shaky ground.
I agree with that. Even picking up Jalen Ramsey says that.
We on shaky ground. We on shaky ground.
Even saying that says that to me. But even so, Jalen Ramsey gives me more peace of mind. To be honest with you, it gives me more peace of mind. Because I know he's gonna be there. Now with him, I like him. That's not saying he's not good, but let's keep in mind, bro. Like Is he not a man corner number one? I thought he was a man corner.
He is.
How much man are we gonna play?
I don't think we play a lot of man.
We're not gonna play all that type of man.
That ain't Patrick Graham's style.
Nah, we trying to play that zone, that off, and then you mix that in with peak cover 3.
Bingo. Peak cover 3. Yes.
Playing what he actually wants to do anyway. So then at that point, Jalen Ramsey could do that 100%. Right, like what Pete and PG want to do, we could definitely do that with Jalen. Bigger body, we already know has the length, bro. And like you said, whatever we put him at, safety, corner, it's gonna work. I have very, very high hopes that that's gonna work if we can do that. Now, this is the only factor that we got to talk about though. The compensation, it's different.
Yeah,
it's 100% different, right? So we can't talk about getting them and then not talk about. Right, like what it takes to get Jalen Ramsey, because the Dolphins have not cut Jalen. So you still got to trade for that. And you got to pay him more money than you would be paying Jaire Alexander. So the question is Jalen Ramsey worth that much more amount of money? Is he? And if that's the case, if that's what you think, then yeah, sure, there we go. But let's pose that to the chat, bro. I mean, and I'll pose that to you, Turf. Do you think that Jalen Ramsey is worth the type of compensation that we would give up over getting Jaire Alexander at that minimum cost?
That's a great question, and to be honest, it's a tough call because is Jalen going to give you what you're looking for? You know what I mean? In terms. Oh, my bad. Let me make sure I mute that. Yeah, it's tough, bro. It's a fine line, and the bottom line is nobody should be upset with you trying to get the team right. You feel me? So you're gonna have to make a call. You're gonna have to make a call.
It's gonna be minimum, right? Like, I mean, if you get this dude, it's minimum. There's no way you're getting him for no big ass contract. It's not happening. But just personally, like if you're asking me which one, I just know Jalen is gonna stay on the field more. Right, I just know Jalen's gonna stay on the field more. We already got one corner that's gonna miss the last 4 games of the season. We already got one, bro. We can't have 2. We can't have 2. And what's funny is, Turf, even in our group chat, when you say that, there is no response to that. No response.
Can't. Yeah.
It's what it is, bro. It is what it is. I just don't. We can't keep adding these injury-prone players. I don't think even looking at them. Looking at our roster, bro, I don't think we have that many players where I'm concerned
Right.
about injury. Not really. No, I'm not really that concerned. Like maybe Eric Stokes because he has a lengthy injury path. That's the next one. I even forgot about that. Eric Stokes has a lengthy injury history.
He does.
He's been in the league for what, like 4 or 5 years? Last year was his first full healthy
Season.
year out of 4 years, dog. So
Right.
now that's 2, right? You're talking about Jakorian Bennett, who don't finish the season in 2
Right.
years. Then you talk about Eric Stokes, who had his first healthy season in 4 years last year. So now we're gonna add another dude who's played like 20 out of 60-something games. Like,
Right.
no, we cannot do that, bro.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we can't do that. It makes zero sense to do that. Now again, like the money, it is very low risk, high reward. So it is worth saying that. Like if you do get this type of dude, so be it.
Right.
But initially, I don't think that's I don't think that takes us over the top if he's not playing. That's my thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do think that something is going to happen at that position. We're just too thin. We're just too inexperienced and too thin to go into the season with our secondary the way it is right now. I mean, our most experienced, knowledgeable cornerback, is it going to be Holmes?
I mean, he's the older.
He's the oldest. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not even really a true starter. So, I mean, we definitely can't look up to JB as far as, being that leader / dog. Like, he's just not there yet.
Yeah.
It's unfair to ask of him to be that. You know what I mean? You're in that position in the secondary. You know everything. You know everybody's position. You know everything. Like,
100%.
he's not there. He's
100%. Now, Pig says Pete Carroll was personally teaching press man to our corners. Now, I'm sure there's going to be I'm not going to say we're just a zone team. There's going to be some man sprinkled in there. There's going to be some times where you use press for the zone as well. But we're not a primarily man team. We're just not. We're a primary zone team.
Right.
That's why you want the long, lengthy corners that can run, that can break up the goddamn passing lanes, right? With the length. That's why you want that.
Right.
I don't know. For me, I'd rather Jalen Ramsey. I pass on this one probably. But again, like Dre says, if you're paying him only $4 million, can't really bat an eye. It is what it is. I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah. I'm not. Definitely not at that price.
Nah, hell no. Hell no. You do what you do. I mean, you can't, like you said, can't be mad at trying to upgrade the team.